Are they hiding your pedal on you? Are they hiding the pedal? No, you got it. So if you just kind of look around your wheel, down here there's a little power button, on and off. Go ahead and flip that. And the next thing I want you to do is see if your wheel's turning the correct direction. We want our wheels to turn counterclockwise. So go ahead and turn the wheel on, make sure it's turning counterclockwise. If it's not, you should have a little toggle switch on the side. Go ahead and stop the wheel. Don't switch it while it's fired up. Stop the wheel. Now try and switch it. You're golden? Okay. So I'm going to tell you this first class that we have is going to be kind of slow because we're all kind of catching up and doing the same thing. Be patient. It'll move faster than this normally. We won't wait for other people. When you get here, I want you to get your tools, your bat, your clay, everything you're going to need and go right for it. I will gather us all together for a demo every class. I'll demonstrate as often as you need me to. So if you want to see that same thing again and again, then no problem. We'll show it to you as many times as you want. I'll just say I'm making bowls. Anybody would like to watch, come watch. You don't have to come and watch. If you're working on cylinders, great. We'll catch you all up on all that stuff at your own speed, but let me know. The other thing I want to tell you is that I can help you center and bring up the walls better by sometimes having my hands on top of your hands, so you feel where I'm pulling and pushing. If that makes anybody feel uncomfortable, just please let me know. I will try to remember. Just show me. Just get up from your stool and I'll sit down at your stool. Otherwise, I'm going to be here with my hands on top of your hands, maybe, or leaning on your leg as we're straightening something out. I just don't want anybody to feel iffy about that. And so if you help me not do that, that would be great, okay? So our bat's stuck on here. We want to check it and make sure it's moving, not moving right or left. Make sure the wheel's going counterclockwise. We're going to take our ball of clay, and if the bat is clean like all these bats are, we can work right on them. Some people put a little bit of moisture on the bat, but it's just a little bit, especially with these plastic bats. We're going to take our ball of clay as close to the center as we can do it. And then we're going to check it. And if it's close, great. If it's not so close, peel it off, pound it back into a ball, and try again.
No, it's not.
That's plenty.
You think that's okay? Dude, I trust you, so we're on. Yeah.
Okay, so here's our goal. Our goal is to put this on perfectly in the center of this wheel. And we're going to do that by spinning the wheel and using our hands to stop the clay from going off center. A little bit of water. I want you just to watch first. Okay, a little bit of water on there. The very first thing I'm going to do is push down towards the bat, and that's going to make sure the clay is really stuck to my bat. If I push hard enough to take this clay off and my bat gets wet, then I have to stop, wash and dry my hands, dry my bat, dry the clay, and then I can start again.
So to push it down, are you going from the top? Or
I'm going right on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah, right on top of it. And that's just going to get it stuck. The idea is this clay is going to slide through our hands.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to create a space that the clay can't get out of, and it's going to take the path of least resistance and go on center. Probably the easiest way I know how to center, I'm going to show you, but that might not work for you. You may watch a YouTube video and see somebody centering differently, or had a high school teacher that taught you something different. The rule is if it puts it on center, you're good to go. But this way I think is really simple and uses a lot less muscle strength and more body work. I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to tuck it into my hip. I'm going to slide close enough to this wheel that when I put my hand on the clay, I can feel the clay pulsing in my hip. Yeah. Then I'm going to use my body weight to just lean into that and straighten that out. Watch. You can tell it's off center, yeah? Can you see it getting better?
Yeah.
So I'm going to feel that clay getting better, resisting less, and then I'm going to use my right hand, and these 3 fingers are going to lay along the bat right across from this arm. So I've got this arm pointed at the clay, pointed at this hand. And I'm going to pull like this with my hand, and that's going to force the clay to come up. As soon as I feel that kind of swelling motion, I'm going to push down with my thumbs while I'm pushing here and pulling here, and the clay's going to snap on center.
What was the last thing you said? It's coming back.
It's going to snap on center.
Okay.
You'll be able to see it. I'm leaning in, pushing down. Wheel speed's also important. If I go 1,000 miles an hour, it's going to vibrate me right off this chair. So I want to find a wheel speed that doesn't push me around, that I can control. Leaning in, pulling at the base, down here, and I feel that clay kind of set up on my hands. And I push down with my thumbs, hold. And here's the other part that's really, really important. When I let go of this clay, I have to let go slowly. If I suddenly let the pressure off, it's going to jump off center. So there's on center. You can see that. If I suddenly let go, can you see it being off center? So everything that I do, I'm going to slowly let that pressure off. I'm not going to suddenly drastically change any of that. We're going to learn to center today. And even my friends who have taken classes before, I want you to center for me for a little while. You're going to center it. I'm going to come around and say, that is the best centering job I've ever seen in my life. And then I'm just going to take my hand and do that. And then it's not going to be on center anymore. And you're going to hate me, but that's okay for right now. Lean in, pull at the base, push down on top, hold, slowly relax. We're going to get centering in our muscle memory. If this is my promise, if you will learn to center quickly, you'll have so much more time to work on things, and they'll turn out so much better. If you kind of skip this step and want to go right to the next thing, you're going to struggle for a long, long time. So we're going to center for a while today. You're going to put it on center. I'll knock it off center, because that's where I get my joy from. But you can knock it off center. It doesn't have to be drastic. If you have it on center, just stop your wheel and just give it a push, and that'll be plenty. So here's what I used to tell my high school students. If you can center 3 times in 20 seconds or less each time, you're ready to move on to the next step. So have that in your head, that I'm going to be able to sit down with an off-center ball of clay, lean into it, pull at the bottom, hold, slowly relax, all in 20 seconds. You with me?
Yeah.
All right. Rock and roll.